So we're here with Daniel Sokolov, that is the only innovation journalist that came to the conference, so discussing about this topic. And we would like to ask him what it is like to be an innovation journalist. What does it mean in practical terms?
It's fun, it's exciting, I like it. I get paid to do research on stuff, on stories, which I find very interesting, which is a good thing. And then at the end, well, I have to write an article about it.
And do you mostly write stories tax related or business related? What do you write?
It's a mixture. I try to get in the focal point of the technology, the people, and the business. I write about telecommunications a lot, but I also write about other IT stories, about little politic-related things, but not party politics, but like general innovation politics, about the music industry, and I think I'm going to write about airlines as well.
And so you managed to cover this horizontally as the concept of innovation journalism, say, try to pick the innovation among the different topics instead of focusing on something.
Yes, in general. Of course, every now and then there's a story which is very tech-related or very business-related, but in general I try to get a horizontal approach.
And today you say something interesting, that you like to visit also foreign communities to find out how innovation affects actually maybe Austria, our country where we live.
Yeah, I like to have a look at what happens in other countries, how innovation changes societies, changes families, changes how people do business. Which you can see a lot of these examples with telecommunications. It's amazing. If possible, and if I have the time and the resources, I like to go there, but a lot of these stories you can also write from the distance. You don't have to travel to each country.
But you covered Bangladesh and Namibia?
Yeah, I've been writing about a number of countries, the Middle East, Asia, Africa, Australia, America, whatever. It's where things happen, where I see interesting trends or new evolutions, which I think my readers would also like to know about.
And do you think that in those countries people are getting the idea of innovation, are realizing what is going on?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it changes people's lives. You have a farmer who can now get short messages with weather forecasts, so maybe he can save his crops by bringing them in a little earlier instead of leaving them out on the field and lose them to hail or something. They can get information on the price for the crops they can get on the market, so they are not dependent on the information a dealer gives them. They can actually get real market prices for the product, which might help them get more money for be less poor. There are also new jobs created. People who buy a mobile phone and rent it out to their neighbors, or people who have a car battery and rent it out for minutes so people can recharge their mobile phones. These are new jobs that were unheard of before.
And do you think that it can help us to understand also what's going on in the Western society?
In part, it can definitely give us an idea of how big changes can be. I mean, we won't have such a big, we won't have people with car batteries or people renting out mobile phones for a few minutes. We won't have that. But we have other jobs that are created through telecommunications, for example.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.